once your ticker's good, I think that just becomes our go-to thing. Every con we go to, it's
Yeah.
how many things can Cody eat that AJ, or compared to how much AJ can drink.
And then I lie to my cardiologist about it later.
yeah, and I
No, I
lied to
didn't.
everyone around.
I absolutely did not have 17 kielbasa's.
I did not eat 22 funnel cakes, all right?
They were the heart-healthy funnel cakes. It said it on the sign.
I made sure to ask him.
Yeah, it had the low-calorie chocolate syrup. And it's all good.
If you ate 17 or 22 funnel cakes worth of the sugar-free chocolate syrup, you would for weeks.
Welcome, everybody, to episode 9 of Connoisseur Pod, your home for all things celebrating comic conventions and nerd culture. I'm your host, AJ Hester. I am joined by my co-hosts, Cody Howell, Kent Lawley, and the connoisseur himself, Matt Hodges. The connoisseur himself has just ventured off on his own and returned to us this week, and we will get into all of that here shortly. Cody, tell me something nerdy you got going on.
Nothing new this week. I still want to watch the newest season of Vox Machina. I started watching a little bit of Rick and Morty, the 9th season, because it's on Disney Plus / Hulu. I don't even know technically which service it's on, but I fell asleep because I never get a chance to watch anything until very late. So really just the same, still working on atmosphere style stuff for the game. No real noticeable changes with the game. It would probably look basically the same to anybody else. So just that. Nothing big, nothing too exciting.
Hell yeah.
How about you, Kent?
I also have had kind of a slow, nerdy week. I haven't watched any anime. I played about an hour of Baldur's Gate one day this week. I can't remember which, but it was entirely just going and picking up loot from a place that I'd already cleared. No action, no story progression whatsoever. It's the tedium of those parts of games that I really could have left alone, but I'm OCD. I am OCD. Not I don't have it. I just am it.
Yeah, other people get you. Other people
exactly.
are born with you.
I did finish. I don't know how much I've talked about this on here, but I think I've mentioned it before. I've been doing a run through of all of the Cosmere, Brandon Sanderson's universe. It incorporates his series, the Stormlight Archives, the Mistborn Saga, Era 1 and 2, and then a lot of other novels and novellas that go into it. And I just finished the latest one, Isles of the Emberdark, and I'm very sad. I'm sad that there's no more of it to read or listen to. I do most of it on audiobooks. I've got a lot of time to listen between driving and a lot of my work I can do with headphones on and just kind of put it on and rock and roll. So it's a bit of a bummer that I don't have any more to consume, but I highly recommend it to anybody. Whether you want to start with Mistborn or Stormlight Archives or one of the novels such as Elantris or Warbreaker, fantastic. And I can't wait for more of it to come out. And I guess that's kind of nerdy, or quite nerdy, perhaps. Speaking of conventions, that's anything for Sanderson. I definitely want to do at some point in the future. That's to the listeners. That's to you guys. I'm saying this all out loud just so it's out there.
That one's way up on my list. Obviously, it's
I'm in.
very specifically writing driven, so I'm interested in all the guests that would end up showing up to that. So, and
Same.
Kent, you've always been a Utah Utes guy, so
Always. I don't even know what the hell a Ute is, but I love it, and I love them.
I don't know what a Ute is, but I am loving it. Thank you, guys. Thank you for that.
And Cody, do you remember any of the new season of Rick and Morty before you fell asleep? Because I've been meaning to check that out as well.
I remember it's been quite a while since I watched it, and Morty's voice is considerably different because, and it's fine, but I remember being a little bit jarred by that. But I didn't dislike it. I literally got 5 minutes in.
Yeah. Okay. I gotcha.
So no real review.
Santana, you usually go last. How about going third this time? What nerdy have you done?
I actually have a few things. Kent, you and I talked about it a little earlier, but I'm just about to finish Brotherhood by Mike Chin. It's the Obi-Wan and Anakin book. And there for a little while, I was not super deep into it. Also, what I said to you is that Star Wars has always been political, and anybody that feels differently is incorrect. But watching it be political and reading about it be political is a little different. But here towards the end of the book, it has rolled heavily into a lot of Anakin and Obi-Wan relationship stuff and just them being themselves. And it's gotten to be a blast. So I'm probably 40-ish pages away from finishing, and it's been pretty stellar. Right before we got on, I watched the new Spider-Man trailer. Have you guys seen that yet?
Yeah.
I'm not sure what's going on with the black eyeballs. Kenyatta, if you want to take this time to go watch it, to join in. I don't know. It looks good though. I've enjoyed all the Tom Holland movies. Even the ones that I really didn't enjoy all that much. I just like Tom Holland as Spider-Man. I like him as an actor, but I like Tom Holland as Spider-Man specifically. So I'm excited to see that. And the thing that I really wanted to get into, I don't know, I don't guess we have to get into it, but Keaton and I, my daughter, have been watching Power Rangers, right? You guys know this. I think I've talked about it on here. I love my Power Rangers. I intend for a very specific Power Ranger to be one of the best friends of this show. That's going to happen. Not naming any names. He knows who he is. But just, man, I was obsessed with that show as a small child. And I kind of thought that even as a small child, I had a little bit of awareness when it came to story, like the structure, how things connected to one another. But man, sometimes it's just like, what we got? Like they just throw it against the wall and whatever happens. And as an adult, it's sometimes hard to get through. And I'm not trying to talk shit about the Power Rangers. I love them, will love them forever. But some of the dialogue and some of the, like, okay, this thing has to happen, and it's like, why does that thing have to happen? You have to beat this bad guy. Like, that bad guy hadn't been in this episode at all. Why is that bad guy here now? I don't know. It is interesting that something that could have gotten so big of its time, and I mean, I told you guys that, like, when I talked to Austin St. John in Lexington, he was like, I'm just a guy. I was like, yeah, no, dude, I know that you're just a guy, but you are a 20-year-old and a part of one of the biggest cultural phenomenons of that time period. Like, yeah, you're just a guy, like, now by yourself as a human, but at the time you were fucking Jason, the Red Ranger of Power Rangers are like I Love Lucy or Game of Thrones, like these things that like everybody was fucking watching. It's insane to think about how big it got and the way that it was structured with, Super Sentai, the costumes and the action parts of the show were from the show from Japan, and the teenagers that were, the teenagers with attitude, that's all that they shot here. So that's how they were able to make such a large profit from shooting it. But once the original 3 go, the way that the stories start sticking together, it's like, fuck it, like we'll figure it out, you know. Like they don't care; they're watching it and buying the toys. And it probably is a lot different streaming. You know, we're watching it on Netflix right now, so we're watching like the 20-minute episodes. So we're watching 4 and 5 at a time. And I'm just sitting here watching like, we just got new Zords and new powers. Why are they getting new Zords and new powers now? And for somebody who was so into all this shit, there's things happening that I know that I watched as a kid where I'm like, what? Like when did that happen? And so, I mean, I guess that part's pretty cool, but also I'm sitting there spending a lot of my time going, what the fuck is happening? And anyway, so we got like 10 episodes left in the original 3 seasons that is the Mighty Morphin Power Rangers. And Keaton is chomping at the bit. She's like, there's more Power Rangers besides just this one. Like, let's keep watching and watch them all. And so that may be something we do as a show, is like a Power Rangers update as to, Power Rangers update and review as to where we're at, because there's shit that I've never seen, obviously. But she's pretty jazzed to continue on. So we can have these little chats where I'm like, yeah, I mean, that thing was cool, but also, what the fuck is happening? What's going on? So anyway, that's basically what I've had going on. Matt, outside of your recent romp, you got anything going on, games or books or whatever?
I'm playing Dispatch, still another run through of it. I beat it, and then I've started playing again to romance the other character this time. So, but it's a lot of fun. But yeah, outside of the road trip, that's really the only thing I've had a chance to do. So,
well, we can we can roll right into your road trip. Tell us all about it. First, lead off with how you don't have any business cards left because over your past 2 outings, you have passed them out everywhere.
I'm giving out a good bit of them. So I had a lot of them. So, but
did you not go into a city square and throw them up and let them rain down?
I just started putting them in all the like fish bowls for free prizes and stuff.
But that's a good use of them. That's for sure.
That's good for business and to get free stuff.
Yeah, right. So far, we've won a free appetizer at this one restaurant. No, I'm kidding.
We have to go all the way to Indiana to get it, but
yeah. So last week, that Friday, me and Mitch, shout out Mitch, loaded up in my Jeep and drove through Chicago, through Indiana, all the way up to Chicago, and made it just in time to make it to the Pokemon Museum. It was amazing. Like it was. So you'd go through, and they would have the Pokemon fossil, like the fossil of the fossil Pokemon, and then like real life fossils beside them. They had like the things like how Aerodactyl was in the old Amber in the first game. They had a fossil in Amber beside it of a real animal and stuff. So it was really cool to go through there. Get to see each of the Pokemon, and they had little blurbs about it, playing the Pokemon music as you go through. Just an awesome time. It was a ton of fun. We met a buddy of mine, Austin, up there, who I talked about last time, meeting him in Indiana. And we went and ran through the museum because the museum was going to close, all the way back to see Sue. Sue is the largest T-Rex fossil completed. And so we got to see her, which I love going to Natural History Museum. So that was just another cherry on the top of the whole thing. But then Saturday, we ended up going to the art museum, the one that is in Ferris Bueller's Day Off, and got to stare at the umbrella painting and look at all the art. And so we did that for a couple hours, and then almost saw baseball history on Saturday as the Dodgers pitcher Yoshi Yamamoto went 8 innings and two outs with a perfect game, and gave it up right then to a error, which was like we thought we were
Shouldn't
going to see
even
a
count.
perfect game.
I
And
didn't realize that you were at that game. I knew that you were at a game. I didn't even connect those dots. That's really cool. I mean, it would have been really, really cool if he had pulled it off, but still very neat to be that close to history.
yeah,
Very neat.
and it was we were sitting there and like we're like, when do you say it? When do you start talking about it?
Never, not until it's over.
and Twitter had already talked about it. ESPN had already tweeted about it, and we're like, there was one point in the game where we thought he was going to lose it on a pitch clock violation because it was the 3-2 count, and we all were watching, and the clock hit 0, and we're like, uh-oh. And they apparently said he started his pitch motion, but it did not look like he started his pitch motion. And then but I was like, if you're an ump, you can't make that call there.
Mm-mm.
Like,
No, you get the
you
2-second buffer. You've been
What's
there.
the worst way to lose one? On an error. What's the real worst way?
Yeah.
Pitch clock
Yeah,
violation.
on a
Reality.
pitch clock violation. So we thought it was either going to end with a just like a hit, which would have been like, okay, whatever, or an ABS overturn, but that didn't happen. It ended on Max's, or my brother's favorite player, botching a routine ground ball.
Classic.
Was it Shohei who boxed it?
No, it was Mookie Betts.
Okay, I didn't know he was a Shohei. Okay, yeah.
Yeah,
Shohei
Max.
wouldn't do that. And also Shohei wouldn't be playing in the field, so.
Yeah, Max
Well, I mean,
loves
I don't know. He
Mookie
could.
Betts. And so we were just like, so of course we get Max a hard time after the game. But it was still cool to see. And then we left the game, drove all the way to Indianapolis, and then caught the last of the finals, and then woke up the next morning and drove over to Animate Columbus. And I was not expecting to go as hard at that con as I did. But it was Animate Columbus was thrown by the same people who run GalaxyCon. So good group there. I ended up meeting friend of the podcast, Janet Varney, again. She did recognize me, talked to me about Kent and AJ and running into y'all. So I was like, okay, cool. But yeah, it was a good time. She gave me some background on Nicolas Cage's con experience that she got from a driver.
Ooh.
Yeah, she said that the driver told her that he was driving Nicolas Cage back to the airport, and Nicolas Cage had him go to a car lot, and they bought an old 1940s car, and Nicolas Cage paid with the cash from the con, and was like, I'll just ship that back to LA, and I'm going to drive this up the I-5. And then they took him and got him on a plane and flew back to LA.
Wow.
What a life.
Can we? I would love to fact check that before we get real deep into committing to it. But my gosh, what of course, of course that's what happened. Like, hell yeah.
Yeah. Hey, Janice said that's what a driver told her. So I'm like, that's hilarious. Because I showed her, I was like, yeah, this is what I was up to. And I showed her a picture of me and Nicolas Cage. And she was, but yeah. So I met her. I saw her again. And then, unfortunately, Aang's voice actor, he wasn't there. He was only there on Friday and Saturday. That was a bummer. But I did get to meet Jenny Kwan, who was Suki, Jack DeSena, who was Sokka. He had a good conversations with both of them. James C., the cabbage guy, he was great. I got to talk to him for a little bit. I met Elizabeth Maxwell, who was in Dragon Ball, Legend of Zelda, the new one. And I'd met her at Dragon Con a couple of years ago and got to recatch up with her. Let's see. I'd started Free Run, and I went ahead and met the voice actor for Free Run, Mallory Rodak. She's in a lot of stuff, and as well as Erica Lindbergh. She's Black Cat in the PlayStation Marvel game and Marvel Rivals. I think she has a couple other anime roles too, and I think she was Barbie as well in a bunch of stuff. But yeah, so that was kind of was just gonna go see the Avatar people, and then it was just like, oh, there's all these other people I'm gonna go run and meet.
What was that? What was that con overall like? Where was it at? What kind of size and shenanigans did you get into otherwise?
It was in Columbus, so we didn't go over to near the university, so I didn't go to Ohio State or anything like that to kind of look at it. We literally just stayed at the convention center and then drove back. It was like this one section which was kind of like the more corporate-y things, and then the one over there was like, then the next little part was like the artist alley and the celebrities and all that. So so that was artist alley. I got a lot of art. I'll put those pictures they're over there and there so we can pop them in here. But surprisingly, a lot of shadow art pieces that I was able to get. And then we got a good Spider-Gwen print as well. But I also got a new Feraligatr, if it will load in. You know what's better than one Feraligatr? A second Feraligatr.
Oh, is that 10 and 11?
Yep. So.
Oh, man, I forgot to start the counter on last episode. This one. Right there.
So yeah, got these, pick these two up. So that was nice. Yeah, we fell in love with when we were in Chicago with Jollibee, the Filipino fried chicken restaurant.
Hell yeah, that sounds good.
Amazing. Yeah, it's a fast food restaurant, but it is amazing. Everything about it. Yep. Put the bee's face right here. Boom.
It's right there, yeah.
But yeah, so Jollibee was great. We went to Portillo's, which is a Chicago staple, which is the Italian deep beef dipped sandwiches. Fantastic. And then
like
we made
the bear, like the Bear's place.
I haven't seen the Bear.
Oh, Matthew, call your mom. Call your mom right now and ask if that's the place.
Probably, but and we had the chocolate cake shake there, which is a milkshake with a literal piece of chocolate cake put into it.
It seems tough to get through a straw.
You blend the cake. So.
No, that sounds dope.
It was good.
I've become a very big sweets fan over the last year and a half.
We made the unfortunate decision though when in Ohio to eat at Skyline Chili. So
there some
do not recommend
mishaps incurred afterwards.
I've had my stomach is hurt ever since. And the cinnamon chili, like when it was on the hot dog, and the cheese and stuff, you really couldn't taste it. I was like, oh, this is not that bad. And then I made the mistake of eating it by itself. I don't know, people in Cincinnati. I don't know. I don't know about that one.
You know, you probably didn't get their best batch. You know, that the whole city's a little they're in turmoil over the Sorsby stuff right now. It's a whole to-do. They can't focus on their Skyline chili right now.
Yeah, that's got to be it.
And also, just where it gets a little chillier, I don't know that people are like their taste buds don't work as well. I don't guess.
We're gonna
alienate
sorry. Sorry, Cincy. Sorry, that was from the hip. I like to run my mouth. I apologize.
We might have people in Ohio that listen to us. Probably
Yeah,
not, but
not yet. Well, they should after all the business cards you passed out while you were there.
right, should.
You're gonna have to ask one of our
Did you
many
leave them on the
listeners.
urinals? That was doing us good.
Yeah. Hey, we have had an uptick in followers on Instagram.
We should
is
we
true.
should
Right,
get some should get urinal cakes made. I'm familiar. You pissed on my face, friend.
I know you from somewhere. Yeah, you do. You pissed on my face, friend.
You know, I've had many people tell me that they want to piss on my face. So
Hey, yo. But yeah, and of course,
yeah,
you got the Pikachu. Paleontologist Pikachu's. They also gave us, like, at the museum, a limited edition, like, you only get this card if you went to the museum, which is pretty cool. So
you got Pick, Axe, Chew, and cool collector's edition, limited edition card.
Yep.
All right, shut it down. That was it. That was the one. Well done, Kenyatta.
Yeah, no, but it was a good time.
Legit pickaxe chew. I do like a lot. So
I'm not gonna lie to you, Santana, Matt, Cody, all of you. He showed that in the pre-studio little hangout that we had, and I had forgotten about it until just now. But I racked my brain for a good 5 or 10 minutes after seeing it, trying to think of a clever name for him. It hit me then, and I was like, yes.
Always in the clutch. But yeah, no, it was a good time. A lot of driving. I was worn out afterwards. I broke my own rule, and I went to Ohio. So,
Yeah, we didn't offend the people from Ohio with the taste buds comments and dog and skyline chili. Let's just lean all the way in. Matt, I was wondering, what's the drive time like from first off Chicago, Indianapolis, and then Indianapolis, Columbus?
Okay, so we're starting from Bowling Green to Indy is about 3.5 hours. Then it's another probably 2.5 to 3 from Indy to Chicago. And it's also the loading screen of America. You go through when you're like trying to load into Chicago, it is just windmills from like as far as your eyes can see for about an hour.
It's eerie.
And
at night,
and it like, yeah, and it's just like you're sitting there and you're like, I'm seeing the same thing. Nothing is changing around me. So me and Mitch were joking that it was like the aliens who made the simulation we're living in. Chicago's too big of a city to just like the seamless transition. So you had to have the loading screen in here. So you're just sitting there at the loading screen as you're trying to get into Chicago. And Glorb or whatever his name was just did a shit ass job with it. So you can tell that you're in a loading screen. And they're just like, we got to get the game going. And they just launched it anyways. But yeah, so that was there. And then from Indy to Columbus is about 2.5 hours as well. And yeah, you enter from Indianapolis and there's sunshine and it's bright around you. You cross through the state line to Ohio and it's just gray. You're like, what the heck happened here? But yeah, but it had always been a joke with like me and a couple of my friends. And that I was like, Ohio's going to be the last state I go to because it's Ohio. But the cons got me, and I broke my own like promises and went to Ohio early. So
was that your first time in Ohio?
It was, yes.
Okay, wow. I thought that a con probably had taken you there already, so giving your semi proximity in Bowling Green.
Yeah, so there had probably been options to go, but like I said, I hadn't held firm in my beliefs until I was like, yeah, friend of the podcast,
yeah,
Jenna Varney, got to go. And So it was a lot of fun. Ended up getting like a Galaxy concert. You probably can't even see it, but it is. Nope, can't see it. Studio Ghibli. I'll put it up later.
Got a
But
little
the
bit of
Galaxy Con. It's got the girl from the GalaxyCon logo, and then it's got the robot from the Animate. As one is Totoro, and the other is the girl from My Neighbor Totoro.
Oh, hell
They're
yeah.
standing in the rain. So,
Hell yeah.
but yeah, it was a good time. I enjoyed it. A lot of travel. Ready for a break.
That when you were talking about it last episode, I knew that it was going to be a haul, but then talking about it again on this episode, it's like, my God, that is a lot of wheel time there.
Yeah, and that was a lot of wheel time, but like we spent more time out of the car than at the baseball game, at the art museum, at the natural history museum.
No, it definitely sounds like you guys made the most of it. Also, putting together the Animate, some of the stuff that I pulled to put on last episode, I was getting super jealous of you putting that. I was like, man, that Animate looks awesome. I definitely want to go to one. First off, the GalaxyCon people put on just a cool event. My one experience briefly on one day of a con. But then, looking at the guest list and everything, I was like, that seems right up my alley. And Janet Park.
Yeah, I liked the Animate. It was pretty good. The guest list was, I'd walk by someone and be like, oh, they were in this. I was like, I've seen that, and then I saw a lot of their stuff on their table and was like, I'd probably enjoy a lot of this. Let's see. I will say that the Animate convention, like, that was very, I want to had a lot more adult like artwork and stuff than regular Comic Cons do.
Okay.
There was a little bit more of a lean that way. Even at the on the celebrities tables, some of the artwork was like, I was like, whoa, okay. I'm not expecting that. But yeah, a little bit more risque artwork. But yeah, I was like, so
that's why we're taking Kent to the what? Go ahead.
Just in case anybody was wondering, who's listening, has kids, lean more towards the Comic Cons if you're taking your kids.
Yeah, but the adult stuff, that's why we're going to this waifu con in Birmingham for Kent specifically.
Oh, that's right. Define him a waifu, right?
Yep. Yep.
Hey, me and the connoisseur both, and we can.
Yeah, he's a little more wholesome than you. He finds his brides in more wholesome activities. You're more of a bride. You're more of an adult anime con guy.
You're not wrong.
Yeah, we should do a Ren Fair at some point too. I know we've talked about it. We've probably talked about that on the pod too.
A Ren Fair would be fun.
Absolutely.
And that's a great place for the beer and hot dog challenge.
Yes.
How about the
Cody,
turkey legs versus hot dogs or versus beer?
We'll just see what's appropriate at the event. I eat pretty much all foods.
And I drink pretty much all beers. Once your ticker's good, I think that just becomes our go-to thing. Every con we go to, it's how many things can Cody eat that AJ, or compared to how much AJ can drink.
And I lie to my cardiologist about it later.
Yeah, and I lied to everyone around.
I absolutely did not have 17 kielbasa's.
I did not eat 22 funnel cakes, all right?
They were the heart-healthy funnel cakes. It said it on the sign.
I made sure to ask him.
Yeah, it had the low-calorie chocolate syrup. And it's all good.
If you ate 17 or 22 funnel cakes worth of the sugar-free chocolate syrup, you would shit for weeks. There's so much
Yeah.
sugar alcohol in those. Even a few servings, and you're risking it. That would be that
It'd
would
be
be
the
awful.
sugar-free gummy bears all over again.
Same
You're
idea,
talking-
except what's the gummy bear story? Because I don't even know it. But
Have you never read the Amazon reviews for the Harborough
Oh.
sugar-free gummy bears?
I'm sure I have.
Yeah, they are hilarious. Oh, I did. I bought a backpack for the cons. So so going into New York Comic Con, my flight, I had to really rebook. I rebooked it so it'll be earlier now, but I'm getting there on Thursday, and I was like, I'm not going to I'm not going to be able to get to the Airbnb for the suitcase that we have. So I bought one of those vacuum sealing backpacks. So I'm going to see if that actually works out and just pack everything in there, then use the vacuum to seal it. And then they were on sale. They were only like $300 and it was like 100 something. So I was like, yeah, let me go ahead and buy one of those.
No,
I thought you
Okay.
meant you had just matched Kenyatta with his GalaxyCon backpack.
that's
but
what
no,
I was
that's
thinking
something-
too, Santana.
Yeah.
I was like,
Yeah.
oh, backpack buddies.
I bought a super fancy backpack. So I can have all my clothes in my backpack on the first day of New York Comic Con. Instead of go straight from the airport to the con. So
That's very cool and a good time for a product review, and we can decide if it goes with Folgers or Maxwell. You know, Keystone Light, Natural
Folgers.
Light, Hewitt, anything else.
literally any other system. On the
Yeah, I don't even know what the competitor would be, but it's better. I tell you that.
gosh, Hewitt. I'm still mad at Hewitt over Celebration, San Diego Comic Con, Noah Con
At least you
concert.
That's where you got the Noah Con tickets also.
So we were trying to get them for Boston at Fenway, and me and Indy both sat in that queue for hours to never be allowed in, and I was just like, "Fuck it, I'm gonna try Denver because I want to go to Denver," and I happened to get into Denver at as soon as it opened. I was like, "It's not Boston, it's not the Fenway show, but Denver's cool," so and ended up getting tickets there.
Is that a future show or have you already been?
Future show it's in August, so
Very cool.
Okay.
but no, Hewitt is my nemesis because if I want tickets to something and if so does everybody else, they're gonna be like, "Hey, let's put Hewitt in there." No
Well,
matter
what
what
just
I'm
happened
on, my phone or anything.
What just happened to the days of just buying stuff? Just first come first serve. That probably sounds ignorant as shit. I'm sure that shopping online is harder than back in my day. You just
It's a countermeasure for the bots,
Yeah.
but it's stupid. It still don't work. It just puts all the bots ahead of everybody in the queue.
I was about to say it didn't work for Celebration. And even if that's not bot situation, it's still not. I don't know.
It's not preventing
Fuck Hewitt.
scalping and gouging.
Yeah.
In fact, it seems to have heavily encouraged it based on how the Celebration shit went and all of the super happy people after that was over. Has anybody taken a peek at what the gouge tickets are going for now? I'm just curious.
What tickets?
Like the people scalping Celebration tickets.
But yeah, I have no clue.
Where would you even just Google that?
I don't know. Yeah, I'm sorry to bring it up mid-show. It's
Some people say they might just based on history open up more tickets. If we do, just gotta keep an eye on that. But
okay.
Google basically tells me don't search for things like this. Okay, Google. Understood. I intend to talk to our Star Wars friend, and say, "What are you doing for that particular weekend? Do you need handlers? Should we be your security? How does that go about?" And
We'll
you
work
know,
for
we'll
free.
see. Yeah, I mean, I just want to be there for hangsties, you know, and and protecting our guy or gal.
Yeah.
You
Bro, that might actually be it's a cool way to get into the
100%. No, I actually think you're onto something there, Santana. And also, yeah, listener TM and listeners TM. My friends know people. I don't
Yet.
Yeah.
Yet.
yet.
Well, and again, like I don't want to like just get in for nothing, but if there's something I can do or that we can do to help that, you know, that would warrant us being there, then let's do it, you know. And I will talk to them or they or him or her about it when I see him or they or them or her when I see them or they or him or her.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yep.
But what he said. Yeah. I have enjoyed our little highlight reel videos.
Yeah, they're good as shit.
Put on this. Yeah.
Ken deserves a raise. Whenever we have money to throw at this thing, Kent gets some of it for sure.
Do it for the love of the
Because, yeah.
game, boys. Let's reinvest for more cons.
Yeah, well, I mean that's
That's a
the whole
plug.
goal for all of this. But I think personally, like, I mean, as much as I enjoy doing this show, and when editing and then watching back, I think that these shows are great. And our interviews are always fantastic. The people that we're interviewing are absolutely fantastic. They're driving all of it. But the highlights, like that's exactly what, you know, it's something quick and simple, and you get kind of like the gist of everything going on, and you see all the things that we're doing, and yeah, Kenyatta, I think they're fucking fantastic. Well done.
Thanks, guys. I'm glad
You
you
are
guys
not the
enjoy.
Folgers of the group.
I hope that the listeners enjoy them, and also as always, please feel free to comment, reach out, anything you'd like to see more of, less of. Hey, did you think about this? We love engagement.
Yeah, and willing to adjust to what I mean, we don't know what we're doing. We're just out here, just some bros having a good time, loving cons and loving cons. So, anybody's got any suggestions? The three of you that pay attention, send it our way.
All right. Is there anything else we want to cover this week? What's next? What's the next travel? What's the next con?
Rest is what's next.
Yeah.
Rest for the connoisseur. I still have my sights set on Knoxville. I don't know that financially or work wise, that will be allowed, but that's still where my sights are set. I know that we can't just go to cons every weekend yet, but I still would like to continue to pump out some content, and I really badly want to meet Alan Tudyk. So,
and friggin' Shia LaBeouf.
Yeah. Sam Witwicky's going to be there.
That whole guest list is really good though. Like there's a whole bunch of people on that one that's stacked. So I don't know. I obviously can't say for sure. It's basically a month away and it's not looking great, but that is still my goal. So, and then I officially have my Dragon Con ticket, so that's happening at the start of September.
Got to do that.
I meant to tell you
the most expensive they'll get, so it's fine.
But well, that is good. At least now, I don't have to worry about a deadline. The price is what it is.
But even at their highest price, it's still just for what it is, like for what that weekend is. 5 days of
good value.
Yeah, I mean, I'd pay twice what the highest it gets is 175, right?
180, I think.
180.
No. Well, I'm out.
175. The 175 was good.
180. Can't do drinks. Can't do.
There's literally a CVS right there. You can get them. You don't have to buy the expensive bar drinks.
Okay, so listen. So
I
far,
do
I've
like
been
the
able to
expensive bar
take.
drinks.
Yeah, well, and there's also now there's a we've got to hunt out like con specific shit because we have we're working. I've eaten almost this whole bag of gummy bears and my chest is starting to feel tight. I don't know what that's about. Cody, you know about gummy bears and tight chest?
I do know all about gummy induced.
Yeah.
Yeah, gummy induced something.
Nice.
All right. Y'all want to get the fuck out of here?
Yeah, I guess.
Okay.
Gosh.
All right.
Someone wants it to be over.
I mean, we can do this forever. I'm thinking about like where we're at now and the shit that I'm gonna have to cut and.
All right, I'll just hit.
Welcome everybody. No, not that. That's
Damn it.
damn it. All right, we're leaving. We're getting out of here. Like, subscribe, tell your friends. Love you guys. Thanks for paying attention. To those of you that do, and we'll see you on the flippity flop.
What?
Cool.
What?